Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andrew Tate. Welcome to another tape in my subliminal series. Listen up because this is the truth nobody wants to hear. Comfort is killing your success. You sit there, scrolling, eating junk, avoiding pain, thinking life will somehow reward you for doing nothing. It won't. Success is for those who embrace discomfort, who wake up early, who suffer, who push through when their body screams to stop. The world belongs to the disciplined, the relentless, the ones who reject comfort and chase greatness. You think millionaires, champions, and leaders got there by being comfortable? No, they sacrificed, they struggled, they bled for it. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you're choosing mediocrity. Every time you hit snooze, skip the gym, avoid the hard work, you're signing a contract with failure. The weak chase comfort, the strong chase excellence. You want wealth, work for it. You want power, earn it. You want respect, demand it through action. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop making excuses. Get up, get disciplined, embrace the struggle, and become the person you were meant to be. Comfort is a silent killer of ambition. It lulls people into a false sense of security, making them believe that staying where they are is acceptable. The truth is, nothing great has ever been achieved from a place of comfort. The most successful people in the world did not get there by taking it easy, by avoiding struggle, or by choosing convenience over growth. They got there because they understood that comfort is the enemy. When people settle into comfort, they stop growing. Growth only happens when the mind and body are pushed beyond their limits. A person who never challenges themselves will never discover their true potential. Comfort tells people they are fine the way they are, that they don't need to change, that improvement is unnecessary. But this is a lie. The second someone stops improving, they start declining. There is no such thing as staying the same. Life is a constant battlefield where one is either getting stronger or getting weaker, moving forward or falling behind. Comfort makes people lazy. It convinces them that they've done enough, that they deserve a break, that they have time to waste. But success does not wait for those who take it easy. The ones who rise to the top are the ones who reject laziness, who refuse to indulge in endless relaxation, who wake up every day hungry for more. The moment a person allows comfort to dictate their actions, they begin to lose. Small compromises turn into habits, and habits define success or failure. Comfort is addictive. The more a person indulges in it, the harder it is to break free. It starts with small things, sleeping in a little longer, skipping one workout, delaying one important task. Over time, these small decisions pile up until they become a lifestyle. Once someone gets used to comfort, discomfort feels unbearable. The idea of hard work becomes intimidating. The idea of pushing beyond limits seems unnecessary. And before they realize it, they are stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. People who stay in their comfort zones fear discomfort. They avoid challenges, struggle, and anything that demands effort. But without struggle, there is no growth. Muscles only grow when they are torn and rebuilt stronger. The mind only sharpens when it is challenged with new information. Success only comes when one endures the pain that others run from. The ability to tolerate discomfort is what separates the winners from the losers. Fear thrives in comfort. Those who refuse to step out of their safe space develop a fear of the unknown. They are terrified of failure, of rejection, of risk. But the truth is, failure is a part of success. No one who has achieved anything remarkable did so without failing first. The problem is that comfort convinces people that failure is something to be avoided at all costs. It keeps them paralyzed, making them afraid to take action. And in the end, they stay exactly where they are while others surpass them. Comfort is deceptive. It tells people that they deserve rest, that they should enjoy life, that there is no need to rush. It whispers that success will come in time, that things will work out eventually. But this is a dangerous illusion. Time does not wait for anyone. Every second wasted in comfort is a second lost in the pursuit of greatness. The world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who take action, those who fight every day, those who refuse to be seduced by ease and relaxation. Nothing extraordinary comes from comfort. Every successful person has endured hardship. They have struggled, suffered, and sacrificed to get where they are. While others were sleeping, they were working. While others were making excuses, they were improving. The difference between those who win and those who lose is simple. Winners reject comfort, while losers embrace it. Success is reserved for those who are willing to suffer for it. The question is, who is willing to do what it takes? Who is willing to reject the easy path and choose the hard one? Those who are truly hungry for success understand that comfort is not an option. They know that every moment spent in comfort is a moment wasted. They know that every time they push themselves beyond their limits, they are one step closer to becoming unstoppable. Success is not for the weak. It is not for those who hesitate, who fear sacrifice, who run from discomfort. Success is for those who are willing to give up everything to get what they want. Every great person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has paid a price. That price is sacrifice. There is no way around it. Anyone who believes they can have success without sacrifice is lying to themselves. Most people say they want success, but when it comes time to put in the work, they disappear. They want the rewards without the struggle. They want to be rich, but refuse to work overtime. They want to be strong, but refuse to train when they're tired. They want to be respected, but refuse to discipline themselves. The world does not care about what people want. It only rewards those who are willing to suffer for their goals. Sacrifice means cutting off distractions. It means saying no when others say yes. It means choosing work over entertainment, discipline over pleasure, and long-term rewards over short-term gratification. The weak chase comfort. They waste their days watching meaningless content, indulging in bad habits, and surrounding themselves with people who add no value to their lives. Then they wonder why they never progress. The strong eliminate everything that does not contribute to their mission. They are ruthless with their time, their energy, and their focus. People love to complain that they don't have enough time. They say they're too busy, that they have too many responsibilities, that success is impossible for them. But the truth is, everyone has the same 24 hours. The difference is how that time is used. The ones who succeed are the ones who prioritize their goals above everything else. They wake up earlier, work longer, and push harder. They sacrifice sleep if necessary. They sacrifice comfort. They sacrifice anything that stands in their way. Sacrifice is painful. It requires giving up things that once brought pleasure. It requires walking away from people who do not support the mission. It requires shutting out distractions, avoiding pointless conversations, and distancing from those who live in mediocrity. Not everyone will understand. Friends will question the commitment. Family will think it's too much. People will call it obsession. But obsession is what separates the successful from the failures. Those who are willing to give up everything to win are the ones who get everything in return. The average person refuses to sacrifice. They convince themselves that they can balance everything: work, fun, relaxation, success. But true success requires imbalance. It requires going all in, dedicating every ounce of energy to the mission. The ones who try to do everything end up achieving nothing. They stay in the middle, never fully committing, never fully succeeding. Sacrifice also means enduring loneliness. Not everyone will be able to come along for the journey. Some people will hold you back. Some will try to discourage you. Some will be envious of your progress. The higher you climb, the fewer people will understand you. This is the price of success. The weak will go back because they can't handle being different. The strong will keep going because they know what's waiting for them at the top. Excuses are the enemy of sacrifice. People love to make excuses for why they can't achieve their goals. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, their lack of resources. But excuses do not build empires. Sacrifice does. The most successful people in the world came from nothing. Oh. They had no advantages, no handouts, no shortcuts. What they had was the willingness to suffer, to work harder than everyone else, to give up everything to achieve greatness. Most people do not want success badly enough. They want it when it's convenient, when it doesn't require too much effort, when it doesn't force them to change. But real success demands transformation. It demands breaking old habits, destroying weaknesses, and rebuilding yourself into something unrecognizable. This is why so few people reach the top. They are too attached to who they are now. They are unwilling to let go of their current selves to become something greater. Those who make the greatest sacrifices reap the greatest rewards. The ones who suffer the most become the strongest. The ones who push through the hardest moments come out victorious. Success does not care about feelings, emotions, or struggles. It only cares about results. And results come to those who are willing to give up everything to achieve them. Winners are not born. They are made. They are forged in fire, shaped by hardship, and strengthened by adversity. They do not shy away from discomfort. They embrace it. They understand that pain is temporary, but growth is permanent. The weak complain about struggle, they avoid it, they fear it. The strong chase it, knowing that every challenge they overcome makes them more powerful. The path to success is paved with suffering, and only those who are willing to endure it will ever reach the top. Most people spend their lives running from discomfort. They avoid hard work, they avoid pain, they avoid anything that pushes them beyond their limits. They make excuses, convincing themselves that struggle is unnecessary. They say they don't have time, they don't have energy, they don't have the right circumstances. These are the same people who stay stuck in mediocrity. The ones who never push past their current level are the ones who never rise above average. They are too afraid to step into the unknown, too afraid to take risks, too afraid to put themselves in situations that demand more from them. Discomfort is the price of greatness. Every champion, every leader, every self-made success story has endured levels of discomfort that most people will never understand. They have woken up earlier than everyone else. They have trained harder. They have worked longer. They have sacrificed more. While others were sleeping, they were grinding. While others were relaxing, they were improving. While others were complaining, they were finding ways to get better. They refused to settle for anything less than excellence. They accepted that struggle was part of the process, that suffering was a requirement, that nothing worth having comes without pain. The body and mind grow only when they are forced to. Muscles don't get stronger without resistance. The mind doesn't get sharper without challenge. The spirit doesn't become unbreakable without hardship. Those who choose comfort over discomfort remain weak. They remain stagnant. They remain average. The strong deliberately put themselves in uncomfortable situations because they know it is the only way to grow. They seek out challenges. They look for opportunities to struggle. They know that every time they push themselves past their limits expand. Most people never even come close to reaching their potential. They operate at a fraction of their true capability because they have never tested themselves. They have never truly suffered. They have never truly pushed themselves beyond their breaking point. The strongest individuals in the world are the ones who have endured the most pain. They are the ones who have taken on the hardest challenges. They are the ones who have refused to give in, no matter how difficult the journey became. The weak want an easy life. They want things to come to them without effort. They want success without struggle, rewards without work, respect without earning it. They live in a fantasy, believing that someday, somehow, things will magically fall into place. But the strong know better. They know that success is earned, not given. They know that the only way to reach the top is to go through the fire. They know that pain is a signal of growth. That struggle is a test of character. That discomfort is a sign they are moving in the right direction. Fear stops most people from embracing discomfort. Fear of failure, fear of pain, fear of embarrassment. They would rather stay where they are than risk stepping into the unknown. They would rather remain weak than face the possibility of falling short. The strong understand that fear is an illusion. It is a mental barrier that must be destroyed. They take action despite their fears, though. They push forward even when doubt creeps in. They know that on the other side of struggle is power, on the other side of pain is strength, on the other side of discomfort is success. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners do the things losers are unwilling to do. Winners suffer more. Winners endure more. Winners take on challenges that others run from. They put themselves in difficult situations because they know it is the only way to become unbreakable. They don't look for the easy way out. They don't avoid hardship. They don't make excuses. They do what needs to be done, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Those who embrace discomfort dominate. They rise above the weak. They outwork, outlast, and outperform everyone around them. They are the ones who set the standard. They are the ones who win championships, build empires, and create legacies. They understand that nothing worth having comes without a fight. They understand that discomfort is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. They do not fear struggle. They welcome it. Excuses are the disease that keeps people weak. They are the lies people tell themselves to justify failure, to justify laziness, to justify mediocrity. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners do what needs to be done, no matter what. Losers make excuses. They find reasons to delay, reasons to avoid effort, reasons to stay in the same place. The moment a person gives into an excuse, they choose failure. People say they don't have time, but they waste hours on meaningless entertainment. They say they don't have energy, but they stay up late doing nothing productive. They say they don't have opportunities, but they never put themselves in situations where opportunities exist. Excuses are a way to avoid responsibility. They are a way to shift blame onto circumstances, onto other people, onto anything except the person making them. The reality is that success does not care about excuses. The world does not reward those who explain why they couldn't do something. It rewards those who get it done regardless of the circumstances. The most dangerous part of excuses is that they sound reasonable. People convince themselves that their excuses are valid, that their situation is special, that they have real reasons why they can't take action. This is the mindset that destroys potential. The strongest individuals in the world have faced challenges far greater than the average person, yet they did not let those challenges stop them. They found a way. They refused to accept limitations. They understood that every excuse is a choice to remain weak. Oh, people use excuses to protect themselves from discomfort. They would rather believe that success is out of their control than admit they are not working hard enough. They would rather say they don't have the right connections than admit they haven't put in the effort to meet the right people. They would rather claim they are unlucky than accept that they have not created their own opportunities. Excuses are a shield that protects weak minds from the painful truth. They are not doing enough. Discipline is the antidote to excuses. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, regardless of how one feels. It means waking up early when the body wants to sleep. It means training when the muscles are sore. It means working when others are relaxing. The strong understand that excuses do not matter. They do not allow themselves to be controlled by emotions, by comfort, by the desire for ease. They operate on a different level, where results are the only thing that matters. Most people wait for motivation. They say they will start when they feel ready, when the timing is perfect, when they have everything they need. But motivation is unreliable. It fades. It is weak. Success comes to those who act without motivation, those who train when they don't feel like it, those who work when they are exhausted, those who push forward when every part of them wants to stop. That is what separates the successful from the failures. People love to blame their environment. They say they were born in the wrong place, into the wrong family, in the wrong situation. They act as if their background is an unbreakable curse that dooms them to failure. This is another excuse. Some of the most successful people in the world came from nothing. They started with no money, no support, no advantages. The only thing they had was an unbreakable mindset and a refusal to make excuses. They did not waste time complaining about their circumstances. They used what they had, and they made it work. The moment a person eliminates excuses, everything changes. When there are no more excuses, only action remains. There is no more waiting for the perfect moment, no more blaming others, no more justifying laziness. There's only the choice to win or lose. And the truth is, success is a choice. It is a decision made every single day. Every action either moves a person closer to success or further away from it. The weak choose to stay where they are. The strong choose to push forward. Most people will never escape mediocrity because they refuse to take full responsibility for their lives. They will always find someone or something to blame. They will always have a reason why they couldn't achieve their goals. They will always look for an external force to justify their lack of results. But those who rise to the top reject this mindset completely. They accept that everything is in their control. They understand that excuses are the chains that keep people trapped, and they break those chains without hesitation. The weak will always find reasons why they can't. The strong will always find ways that they can. This is the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain average. Excuses do not exist in the mind of a champion. There's only the mission, the work, and the relentless pursuit of victory. The mind is the most powerful weapon. It determines whether a person succeeds or fails, whether they dominate or get dominated, whether they rise or remain average. Weak minds create weak people. Strong minds create unbreakable individuals. Every action, every decision, every result comes from the mind. The body follows whatever the mind believes. If the mind is weak, the body will quit. If the mind is strong, the body will keep pushing long after it should have stopped. Most people have weak minds. They fold under pressure. They give up when things get hard. They break down the moment they feel discomfort. They allow fear, doubt, and hesitation to control them. They convince themselves that they are tired when they still have energy left. They convince themselves that they are done when they have more to give. They believe their limitations are real when in reality, their limitations exist only in their minds. This is why most people fail. They never train their minds to be strong enough to handle the pain that success demands. The strongest individuals in the world are not the strongest physically. They are the strongest mentally. They can endure more suffering. They can handle more pressure. They can keep going when everything around them is falling apart. They do not allow emotions to dictate their actions. They do not allow fear to control them. They do not allow their circumstances to determine their future. They decide what happens. They take full control. They make things work no matter what stands in their way. The mind is a muscle. It must be trained, tested, and pushed beyond its limits. Just like the body grows stronger under stress, the mind becomes unbreakable when it is forced to endure hardship. The weak avoid this. They avoid struggle. They avoid suffering. They avoid anything that forces them to grow. And because of this, they remain mentally fragile. The moment life gets hard, they collapse. They do not have the mental toughness to withstand pressure. They allow themselves to be defeated before they even start. And mental strength is built through discipline. It is built by doing what is difficult. By waking up when the alarm goes off instead of hitting snooze. By training even when the body is exhausted. By working when others are relaxing. By making sacrifices that others refuse to make. Every time a person pushes through discomfort, their mind becomes stronger. Every time they reject weakness, they become harder to break. Every time they force themselves to keep going when they want to quit, they move closer to becoming unstoppable. Most people are ruled by their emotions. They only work hard when they feel motivated. They only push themselves when they feel like it. This is weakness. The strongest individuals do not wait for motivation. They act regardless of how they feel. They know that feelings are unreliable. One day a person feels inspired. The next day they feel lazy. Success does not care about emotions. It does not care about how tired a person is, how stressed they are, or how difficult their life is. It only cares about results. Those who understand this train their minds to push forward no matter what. The world is designed to keep people weak. It promotes comfort, ease, and pleasure. It discourages struggle, discipline, and mental toughness. It tells people that they deserve rest, that they should take it easy, that life should not be difficult. This is why so many people fail. They are mentally soft. They have never been tested. They have never been forced to push past their limits. And when the time comes to fight for what they want, they are too weak to do it. Fear is the greatest enemy of the mind. It stops people from taking action. It makes them hesitate, doubt themselves, and retreat from challenges. Fear convinces people that they are not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. But fear is an illusion. It exists only in the mind. The strongest individuals in the world are the ones who destroy fear. They act despite it. They face it head on. They know that fear is nothing more than a test, and they refuse to let it control them. Every person has two choices: strengthen the mind or remain weak. Those who refuse to train their minds will always find themselves controlled by their emotions, their fears, and their doubts. They will always be at the mercy of their circumstances, but those who build unbreakable mental strength will dominate. They will take what they want. They will push through any obstacle. They will refuse to lose. The mind is the key to everything. Control the mind and nothing is impossible. Strengthen the mind and success is inevitable. Those who master their minds become unstoppable. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who make excuses. It is what separates the strong from the weak, the winners from the losers. Most people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but because they lack discipline. They cannot control their impulses. They cannot stay consistent. They cannot force themselves to do what is necessary even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is not about motivation. It is about doing the work no matter what. The weak rely on motivation. They wait until they feel inspired before they take action. They only push themselves when it is convenient, when it is easy, when they are in the mood. This is why they never succeed. Motivation is temporary, comes and goes. It is unreliable. A person cannot build success on something that disappears the moment things get difficult. The disciplined do not need motivation. They act regardless of how they feel. They show up every day, put in the work, and stay consistent. They do not make excuses. They do not take days off. They do not give themselves the option to fail. Discipline means doing what is necessary, not what is comfortable. It means waking up early when the body wants to sleep. It means going to the gym when the muscles are sore. It means working when the mind wants to rest. The weak avoid anything that requires effort. They look for shortcuts. They look for easy solutions. They look for ways to get the reward without the struggle. The disciplined understand that success is earned. There are no shortcuts. There are no easy solutions. There is only the work, and the work must be done every single day. Most people never reach their potential because they lack control over themselves. They allow their emotions to dictate their actions. If they feel tired, they stop. If they feel bored, they quit. If they feel like relaxing, they waste time. This is why they fail. They do not control their minds control them. Discipline is about mastering the mind. It is about deciding what needs to be done and doing it, no matter what. It is about rejecting weakness, rejecting excuses, rejecting anything that gets in the way of success. The world is designed to keep people weak. It promotes comfort, ease, and pleasure. It encourages instant gratification. It tells people to take breaks, to slow down, to be satisfied with less. This is why most people fail. They listen to this nonsense. They allow themselves to be distracted, to be tempted, to be pulled away from their goals. The disciplined do not fall into this trap. They stay focused. They stay hungry. They stay locked in. They do not allow themselves to be influenced by weakness. They operate on a different level. The hardest part of discipline is consistency. Anyone can work hard for a day, a week, a month, but very few people can stay disciplined for years. Most people start strong, but they fall off when they don't see immediate results. They get frustrated. They get impatient. They start making excuses. The disciplined understand that success is a long game. It is about showing up every single day, no matter what. It is about doing the work even when no one is watching, even when it feels pointless, even when it seems like nothing is changing. Discipline is painful. It requires sacrifice. It requires suffering. It requires giving up things that bring temporary pleasure in exchange for long-term success. The weak refuse to do this. They chase distractions. They indulge in bad habits. They waste time on things that do not matter. Then they wonder why they never succeed. The disciplined make different choices. They cut out everything that does not contribute to their goals. They eliminate distractions. They sacrifice entertainment, socializing, comfort. They understand that every wasted moment is a step further from success. The biggest enemy of discipline is comfort. Comfort destroys potential. It makes people lazy. It makes them soft. It makes them weak. People get comfortable with their routines, with their lifestyles, with their results. They stop pushing. They stop growing. They settle. The disciplined never get comfortable. They never allow themselves to stagnate. They constantly push themselves to do more, to be more, to achieve more. They refuse to stay at the same level. The difference between those who win and those who lose is simple. The winners are disciplined. They do not allow excuses. They do not rely on motivation. They do not let their emotions dictate their actions. They decide what needs to be done, and they do it. No hesitation, no delay, no weakness. The losers do the opposite. They wait, they complain, they procrastinate, they let distractions pull them away from their goals. They waste time, they waste energy, they waste their potential. In conclusion, a person who masters discipline masters life. They control their actions, their habits, their future. They take full responsibility for their results. They do not depend on luck, on chance, on external factors. They make things happen. They force success into existence. They dominate every aspect of their lives. Discipline is not optional. It is the foundation of everything. Those who have it succeed. Those who don't fail.